we've got to get back to some of the breaking news. And of course, First Republic Bank saying that it might well be looking worse, according to people familiar, potentially assessing selling off some assets. We want to bring in Sonali Basak. And this is about mortgages. This is about long-dated securities. Is this about stopping FDIC taking it over?
Yeah, absolutely. We've known for a while that this is something that the bank, its advisors have wanted to avoid. They can find another solution as they believe it. And now we are learning over here at Bloomberg that they are exploring divesting $50 to $100 billion worth of those long-dated securities and mortgage as part of this rescue plan. Now, there may be sweeteners for potential buyers here. That's part of the deal here. Potentially warrants or preferred equity as an incentive to buy some of these assets. Remember, when we looked at First Republic, which is down 30% on the day, about 90% on the year, certainly in dire territory here, loans at the end of the quarter were $173 billion, but deposits were $100 billion. There are a lot of concerns about the strength of the balance sheet here, but the hope here is that by getting rid of some assets, selling these assets at above market value, there can be something here for the buyer to hang on to and help First Republic, albeit a much smaller bank, make it through the worst of this crisis for themselves.
Sonali, one of our sources saying that if that is the case, the US government might need to come in and facilitate the negotiation, the conversation. Goes back to last night in strategic options. I mean, what were the strategic options on the table as it was outlined by First Republic?
Listen, selling some assets is something we've not only seen First Republic potentially explore at this point, but we have seen other regional banks also already sell some assets or consider doing so as well. There are not that many buyers in the United States that could be buying books of this size, Ed. And so the question is, are these big banking buyers that are taking on books? Are there private buyers that can be taking it on? Will the FDIC allow those things to happen? Yes, the idea here is to avoid receivership, but to the extent that really large books of business are sold here, then the government does take a look at this, depending on whose hands it goes into, if there are books of business this large indeed.